Let's talk about the difference between confounding variables and extraneous variables. Confounding variables are a type of extraneous variable. So they are uncontrolled variables that are known or suspected to exert an influence on the dependent variable. Extraneous variables, which remember, confounding it's under the umbrella of extraneous variables, is any factor that is not the independent variable that can affect the experiment's dependent variables. So can affect is the key word in extraneous variables. It's possible that it could affect it is an extraneous variable. A confounding variable is it is likely or known to actually affect it. So if it has actually affected it, or it's strongly suspected that it's actually affected it, then it's a confounding variable. So we want to hold extraneous variables constant so that none of those extraneous variables become confounding variables that are actually going to impact our data. And the comparison that I do for this is if any of you live in areas that get tornado warnings or watches, an extraneous variable is like a tornado watch. It means that the situation or the setting is right for a variable to be problematic, right? So there could be a tornado. So if we could, we would hold that at bay, right? We can't. But a tornado watch is like it's possible that this could happen. But a tornado warning is like there's a tornado on the ground, or there is a cell that can produce a tornado over this area. And we can be really specific with that. That's like a confounding variable, which is like it is happening. Think of that like meme in the office and they're like, it's happening. Like a confounding variable is happening. It is either known or strongly suspected to have happened. So much like a tornado warning, it's a much more serious thing because now we can't trust our data and our experimental control and our study because we don't have internal validity. We can't be sure that it's our variable that's making the change if we have confounding variables. And to avoid that, we want to hold all extraneous variables at play, and we want to pay particular attention to extraneous variables that could become or are strongly likely to become confounding variables. This is me asking for reinforcement. Well, potential reinforcement.